Hello there and welcome along to Hive Live Extra, your place for exclusive reaction and analysis following Watford's goalless draw away at Coventry City. Here with me in the studio to talk through the game, I'm joined by the former Hornets striker Tommy Mooney. Tommy, I think you acknowledged it on commentary, but at full time, the cheers you heard from the Coventry City bench, I think tells you everything you need to know. They're a bit more satisfied with that point than we are.
It's a good point for them. They're playing against a team that are fighting for promotion and they're trying to stave off relegation, so I can understand that. Strange to be cheering a home draw, but still, you know, perhaps a disappointing result for us, but that's because we want that 3 points so badly. Yeah,
there seemed to be a marked improvement in the Watford performance in that last 10 minutes of the game. Can you put your finger on why that was exactly? What did we do differently?
I think Birissett coming into the game and having another option as well as Deeney when the ball goes into the 18-yard box, it's not as predictable, and with the exception of a couple of times where we've snatched at chances. I think Birissett had one, João Pedro didn't get any power, and Sarr snatched at a couple of opportunities. At least we're creating opportunities. The first half was virtually non-existent.
We'll have more from Tommy shortly, but let's head pitch side now to St Andrews, where we can get more reaction exclusively here on Hive Live Extra. Well, joining us now, the Watford skipper, Troy Deeney. Troy, we saw on the TV pictures, you know, there was a certain amount of frustration in the body language of some of the players exiting the pitch at St Andrews. Would you say that's the right word to sum up today?
Yeah, of course. Not just players, I think fans, and we're all frustrated because there's an opportunity to close the gap, and we've let two opportunities slip. But thankfully in the Championship you're going to get a lot more results that are popping up, and we've just got to get into a vein of form really that warrants being in the top two, because we're still in with a shout, sorry. But yeah, we realise we can't keep letting opportunities slip.
Yeah. If we are looking at the positives, what would you take from today?
I think you can see pitch is awful. Played much better second half. Was a little bit frustrated in the first half. I thought we were playing a bit naive football. There's no shame in going long and missing the press, and I thought we did that a lot better in the second half, obviously, and created some good chances, and we just got to keep building from that, really. I'm not going to be sitting there doom and gloom. I think Norwich haven't scored in 3 games, and people will go through it, and people go through patches. We've just got to keep going, and when we looked at Millwall, we looked at it as a bad result, and then Norwich went there and got the same result. So these places with not up to standard pitches, shall we say, I'm trying to be PC, will catch people out. And you know, we didn't lose the game. I think in years gone past we probably would have lost it, and we was the ones pressing for it towards the end. So we just got to be a bit more cute, a bit more street smart, and just start getting the victories. We're creating chances, but unless we score, it don't really matter. So,
just about the start of the game, was there a system change? Were you sort of in behind Gray?
Yeah, we tried to stop Matty James getting on it. Obviously got a lot of quality, and he can dictate. And we knew he was going to get overrun in midfield with the way that they settled with a 5-4-1. But we also wanted to be on the front foot as well, so that kind of pushed Dre to try and push down one of the fullbacks, which allowed the wingers to come up. I thought we did it well at times. I just thought we created our own problems, playing out from the back sometimes when we weren't set, invited pressure on. And as me and you spoke about, mate, sometimes you've got to do the ugly stuff and go long, get into me, get off the second balls and go from there, really.
But I thought that was the positive of the game. The last 15, 20 minutes of the game, you got the ball in the box, and with Birissett on the pitch, it's not so predictable going to you all of the time. So with Birissett, when he comes on and he wins the header, you get the little bits.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's part of past of it. But we shouldn't have to wait until the last 15 minutes for the penny to drop, and that's kind of what I've been saying to the boys for a couple of weeks now. We need to. The manager and coaches will always give you a framework to work off, but within that you've got to have freedom and identity. And I think at times we're a bit naive and a bit caught up in trying to look a certain way instead of actually getting the job done.
Also, though, when the chances come, maybe you get some of the lads on press-ups for missing the target with those chances. Go a little bit old school.
Yeah, mate, I still do them, as you know, and I was devastated with the header because I've done everything right and it's come out, but
It was clever header.
You know,
it was clever.
Thanks, mate. But you know, when we just need that. I think lads are tensing up now, and you know this as an ex-striker. Lads are getting in front of goal and they're like, have to score. Whereas when you're getting 3-4 chances a game, you're probably more relaxed knowing that you'll get another one. So we've got to keep building. I'm not going to make excuses for it. We've just got to be better, mate. It's as simple as that. And there's no point being doom and gloom. We go again, and we've got 3 games in a week next week. So I'm not going to sulk. I'm going to crack on, and we get it sorted, mate. We're still in the top 6, and that's the aim, is to get promoted. How we do that is on us at it to deliver.
Good man, there you go.
We'll just finish, Troy, by looking ahead to Saturday's game against Bristol City and bring it back to the subject of the playing surface. Is some relief you're back here at Vicarage Road, back on the carpet?
We're spoiled, aren't we? Let's be honest. We are spoiled with Scott and the ground staff do a wonderful job, and I saw Scott was posting his Instagram picture, so he's very happy with himself. But we need to make it a fortress. But also on the flip side to that, Bristol City are a very good team, very good footballing team, and they're going to enjoy it as well. And we have to remember that we're still a big team here, and people coming to us. And I remember as the whistle blew, their director's box was all screaming as if they'd won. So, you know, taking a point off Watford is a big thing for other teams. So we have to embrace that pressure and get ready and start winning games and stop talking. That's probably the best way.
All right, we'll leave it there, shall we, with that fighting talk. Take care of yourself. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Cheers, guys. Love you all. Be safe.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
and you. Ta-da. Well, there's no getting away from it, Tommy, is there? I think 1 point from the last 2 games. It is a disappointing return.
It is disappointing, but it's another point towards the tally. We've got a home game next week, and there were some positives in that game for me.
What were they? If we are going to pick out the positives from that 90 minutes,
I think
would you like to see?
Certainly the last 10 minutes we looked like we wanted to win the game. We're putting the ball in the box, and with Peritza and Deeney, you've got 2 options for aerial challenges. Prior to that, we'd been predictable with the ball just going towards Deeney, and I think that Troy was able to stay in the middle of the pitch a little bit more. Previously, he'd gone into wide areas. Like I say, the time to worry is when you're not creating chances, and we didn't for 70 minutes. But for the last 20 minutes of the game, we created chances. We just had players that had those opportunities snatched at the chances.
Yeah.
Little bit more work on hitting the target in those pressure situations.
I suppose with the 1 point return from the last 2 games, it's just vital now that they come back here and put it right. Not just for a reaction from today's result, but also what happened against QPR here at home.
No, I think it's also positive to think of the bigger picture. Everybody that's above us, we've still got to play. Those have got to play each other, and we've seen from the Swansea and Norwich game, anything can happen in this league. Nobody's running away with it. There's no Leeds United in there.
That's true, actually. Results around us haven't been too bad either, have they, over the last week?
I think we're in 4th as we stand now.
Yeah.
And we've not really played well. We're still in a lower gear. There's plenty more to come from this team.
Yeah, well, I suppose touching on something that Richard Shaw said earlier as part of our programme, the focus now really shifts from performances to results, isn't it? It's just seeing if we can get all 3 points on Saturday afternoon when Watford face Bristol City. So just a reminder, we will be with you right here on Hive Live as always from 2 o'clock with a full hour of build-up, and it is the only place that you can watch full camera coverage of that game. So Watford against Bristol City on Saturday afternoon here at the home of the Hornets, and you can watch it on Hive Live. Right, well, we'll leave things there, Tommy. We look forward to seeing you at Vicarage Road again on Saturday, and likewise you at home. In the meantime, take care of yourself, and we'll see you then.
Click here for more videos.